Hey guys, Tom here, and I know it's been a while since I've done any sort of a urban legend style video, but here recently I had found out about a urban legends iceberg, which I'm going to show on screen right now, but it was posted on Reddit by a user going by darkmoon230, so I'm going to give them the credit for creating this. um, and if you're not familiar with how icebergs work, what they do is they break everything down into multiple levels. Typically, at the top, I believe, is supposed to be the more well known type stuff. And as you go darker or deeper down, it becomes less known stuff and the less widely discussed type stuff. And with this particular iceberg, we're going to start out with that top level, and this one's kind of called the everybody knows, right? Because it's going to be basic stuff. Like they talk about the Loch Ness Monster. It exists in a lake, or is it a lake? I don't think it's so much as a lake. Um, but it's located out in Loch Ness, out in the Scottish Highlands. And the reason why they're claiming this as a urban legend is because we technically haven't been able to prove if the Loch Ness monster exists or not. But there have been photographs. No one's able to really say for sure if it exists or not. But the photographs we can't really prove to be real, but we haven't really been able to prove that they're not real either because we can't determine what it is that's actually in the photograph. Now, another creature that you'll see listed at this top in the urban legends is Bigfoot, and I'm sure a lot of us have heard about that. It's a tall ape like creature that is said to be really tall, really big, have a foul smell that follows along with it, and no one's really been able to get any clear photographs or anything like that to prove their existence either. And if you're not familiar with the skunk ape in Florida, that's kind of like Florida's version of the Bigfoot, which I did in a video prior on my channel. Now, this Urban Legends Iceberg, I'm actually going to be running over multi-part series. This first series, I'm just kind of covering over the basics of it and that top tier just to kind of give you guys an idea of where it's starting out from. And then I'm going to make consistent more videos to cover the deeper tiers and kind of show you guys how deep this iceberg actually goes. Now, another portion of this top level is going to be the Men in Black. And if you're not familiar with that, I do know that we have movies that have been released out with Will Smith and everything called Men in Black. But the idea of this is that these mysterious men all seem to have similar facial structures, similar looks. They show up in black suits. And typically, when people start to come out about UFOs and everything that have claimed to witness these men in black, they're publishing all this stuff, and the men in black come up and more or less threaten them and try and get them to go quiet and delete everything, kind of stop discussing it, which I'm kind of curious on why they're doing all that. But there has been videos that have come out claiming to show these mysterious men in black that are passing through the area. And then, of course, you got Bloody Mary, which I remember from a game growing up where you say Bloody Mary 3 times in a mirror, and she's supposed to show up. Um, I remember that as a kid growing up when, and I think if I remember correctly, you were supposed to say that Bloody Mary into a mirror 3 times in a bathroom with all the lights out, or I don't know if it had to be a bathroom, but I do remember the primary things about it was that um, you had to have a mirror, the lights had to be out, and you had to say her name 3 times into the mirror. and I believe she was supposed to show up in the mirror, but I don't remember exactly. So if you guys know more about that, I think actually what it was is it's based off an actual queen, but it said that she's to appear in the mirror when her name is chanted repeatedly. The Bloody Mary apparition may be benign or malevolent depending on historic variations of the legend. Bloody Mary appearances were mostly witnessed in group participation play or by a man who is about to die. So I don't know. So it looks like depending on how the urban legend says, and I'm sorry that those videos kind of flow on randomly. I wanted to try and do a video talking freely instead of on a script and see how that would go. So feel free to let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about that. Now we have Area 51, Gray Alien, and the Candyman. Um, Area 51, I believe, mostly got put onto this tier because of the whole legend that goes along with it about um, with the whole legend that goes along with it about sorry, I got the hiccups, about aliens and having UFOs and reverse engineering um, um, alien spacecraft and stuff like that, which I know a lot of people seem to have that thought on it. And if you remember a little while back, we had that storm Area 51 thing that went on, and I think that kind of fueled more of that alien ideology and stuff like that. But the reason why I mentioned that with the gray alien is because of the fact that there is that um, legend with the Area 51 about having the UFOs and the aliens and everything. Now, the gray aliens actually are also referred to as Roswell Grays or the Grays. Um, they're mostly the type of aliens that people seem to discuss when it comes down to discussing alien encounters or alien abductions. They're seen as kind of these shorter beings that stand on two legs like us with gray skin and like really big oval like eyes. Um, and they tend to be really smooth skin and their heads seem to be more enlarged. And the main abduction that kind of fueled the popularity behind these was the abduction of Barney and Betty Hill back in New Hampshire in 1961. Um, and the main thing with that is the whole idea of these aliens is I'm wondering if anyone's been abducted, if there's if these aliens are supposedly all the same type of creatures, or if it could kind of be like their appearance will change depending on where they're from. Again, I'm just kind of speculating on this one. I don't know if I feel like there is intelligent life out there, but I don't know if they're all going to look similar or if they're all going to vary depending on the type of solar system, planet, or location that they're going to come from. Like, for example, the gray alien might be from one area, but what if they come from another planet? Are they going to carry that similar look, or are they going to look different from that location as well? And then we're on to the last urban legend from this or from this first tier, and that's going to be the Candyman, which, in all honesty, is kind of similar to the Bloody Mary urban legend. The main difference that's going along with that is that you're not saying Bloody Mary, you're just saying Candyman. Um, but Candyman is more of on the brutality and horror and more or less on like the hurting and killing side of things versus Bloody Mary, where I believe Bloody Mary is varying depending on the legend that you've read or listened to. But that's going to be about it for this first tier, guys. I just wanted to kind of give a brief overview of that and kind of get you guys into the idea of how an iceberg works. If this is the type of content you're interested in, guys, I highly recommend you click that subscribe button down below. I used to say click the red subscribe button, but YouTube updated it. It's not red no more. Um, Click that like button, click the bell notification, and I'm also going to put a link in the description down below, guys. There's going to be two links. There's going to be a Patreon link, and there's going to be a Buy Me a Coffee link. Feel free to click those and see if you would like to help out the channel in that manner. The Patreon link's a monthly subscription thing. It's going to give you access to behind the scenes and everything like that. Where Buy Me a Coffee, it does have that membership option, but you don't have to do the membership if you don't want to. If you decide you want to donate, you can donate a little bit there as well. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, day, night. And as always, enjoy life. Take it a day at a time. And I'll catch y'all next time.